the unpredictable and also unconventional show, Random. Hello and welcome to Randoms. It's another beautiful day to have a random.
I know I'm not supposed to say that, but honestly, you cannot bring that utter behavior from your house to the public.
From trending topics to honest conversations and various social media comments, Randoms has it all.
Welcome to another episode of Randoms.
No topic is off limit, no comment is too weird.
So seeing that you brought the child into the world and took the child's life because of your whatever thing you had against your husband.
Join me, Sharon Ajay, and my co-hosts, Ogotko Mobna, every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m.
And you go after those struggles, those suffering, those cravings, those irritations you get.
Buckle up and enjoy the Randoms ride.
The internet has been buzzing with quite some sad incidents over the week, and Nigerians are indeed reacting to these issues. From the Indian airline crash now to something else that is really nation-bordering. The Nigerian military has deployed area surveillance across Makurdi and its environs following the deadly attack on Yelwata and Daudu communities in Guma local government area of Benue State on Saturday. Also, police in the state dispersed protesters on Sunday using tear gas. It was earlier reported that no fewer than 200 persons were feared killed and many others injured when terrorists invaded the communities using commercial buses. Since Sunday morning, low-flying military aircraft have been observed hovering over Makurdi as well as part of neighbouring Guma and Gwer West Local Government Area Council. Hello and welcome to Randoms. I am your host, Ogotko Mobnan. Always with me to dissect trending issues like this on the internet is Sharon Ajay. Sharon, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
I love your hairstyle, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a sad one for our country. Last week it was that of India, the India air crash that killed over 200 passengers on board, and right now we are hearing killings in Benue State. This Benue State killing has been on for a very long time, and people are beginning to suspect that something is wrong on the ground that they are not seeing, because why is the government not really doing so much? Why are we not, even if the government claims to be doing something, but it's more like we are not seeing it because this killing keep persisting. Sharon, what do you think about this?
Well, it's rather disturbing that we are still in an era where we have high insecurity. It's really sad, you know. This Benue killings, we've been hearing about killings back to back to back, and we've been so hopeful that with time would have less of the killings all around. But it just seems like time just brings more sad stories to us, and it's really, really, you know, it's something that is really heavy in the hearts of Nigerians, because whenever you just hear, oh, they've been an attack here, you're just waiting, how many persons have been killed, how many toddlers, and you get to get that it's not just few numbers. We have quite a number of persons, you know, experiencing such evil.
Very true, Sharon. Honestly, very true. We just have to take comments from social media before we go properly into this. But before the comments, to be very, very honest with you, you know, the government, in as much as we really know that the government is doing something, we still feel like they have not done enough when it comes to Benue State. But before we take comments, we'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll definitely take comments from social media and also dissect this issue properly. So stay with us. Hello and welcome back. This is still Randoms. Like I said, we'll be dissecting issues after the comment on social media, and Sharon will be taking us on that comment on social media. So over to you, Sharon.
Yeah, of course, you trust Nigerians to have lots of comments. Whether we talk about good news, they will definitely react, or bad news, they'll definitely react. The first comment we have here is Fred Present. And this person says, what is the government doing? Celebrating and planning for the killing of more, hoping that the Nigerian people would do nothing like always, so they, the politicians, would carry on doing what they've always done as always. Well, that's rhetorical, so believe
Very
that. Well, the next question I'll be taking is from Rinu Oduala, and she says, 0 deaths in Rivers State. State of emergency. 200 plus Nigerians brutally killed in Benue and other states. No state of emergency. Tinubu, please resign. The evil you have done is enough. I really don't understand why she's throwing the baton to President Tinubu, but of course
he's
it's
the
our
first citizen of the country. So
well,
definitely.
that I think that's one of the reasons she must
I
have said
think
that.
so.
Okay, the next comment we'll be taking is Eze Sinachi, and this person says the only way to stop it is taking up arms in self-defense, offensive and counter-attacks. Tweet won't. Armless protest won't. Emotions won't. It's the people armed to the teeth that will put a stop to it and send warning to the government that's sponsoring them.
How are you sure it is the government sponsoring them at this point?
Well, we don't know. This is it's just an alleged kind of comment and all of that. Next we have Ile Mona, and this person says, the truly terrible thing about the attacks in Benue, in a few days these terrorists will attack another village and kill hundreds of people, and the government will do nothing. This is rather sad, and I just hope that this person's comment is not going to, it will be, the government will actually do something, so this comment will be countered, and it will not be approved that, oh, he said this, and of course it happened. Well, the next comment we have is the bearded Dr. Sina, and this person says, waking up to see the news of 200 people killed in Benue, and I'm shaking. Literally all of us are shaking at this point. We have gotten used to hearing about deaths, and we just move on as if it's normal. This should be trending. Not 200 cows, not 200 goats, not 200 chickens, 200 humans. Even one death is enough to shake the country. We need to put away religion, political ethics, ideological differences, and unite as one to demand for justice. No one prepares to die. One day it can be you. This comment really it resonates with literally all of us, because death doesn't knock at the door. Yes. It can be you one time, it can be another person the other time. So it's something we need to really look at. Let's not just shove it away. As death comes, we read the news, we sympathize with just words and tweets, and then we turn our back to continue our daily activities. Well, that's all for the comments.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for those comments. To be very honest with you, I think everyone in the comment section is saying the same thing. They are all telling one other person. I think everyone is beckoning on the government to do something about this killing. It's too much. The other person, someone mentioned 0 deaths in Rivers State. You call for state of emergency. Right now, it is not just 200. We are counting 200 because this recent one is 200, and I even think it is more if they have to do other researches. Yes, you can find out that it is more, but then there have been different killings, different times, even in a very short period of time. Like almost every month we get to hear that there's one killing or the other in Benue State. So what is the government doing about it? It is high time they take up things. Someone said it is no longer waiting for the government. I think everyone should get self-armed and everybody get prepared. You can't even sleep with your 2 eyes closed again at night. Get prepared and start fighting for yourself. But how long would you do that? You still need, the people of Benue still need the intervention of the government to make sure that they help fight for them. And again, we're talking about peaceful protests that the police dispersed. Why are you dispersing people who are protesting? These people are tired, and that's the reason why they came out. We used to know Benue. Growing up, I used to know Benue as the food basket of the nation. We know Benue as a very peaceful place. Yes. But, after some time, these killings started happening, persisting, like back to back. Benue is supposed to be the food basket of the nation because they farm so much. But right now, they can't even go to their farms.
Because
they
of the fear of the fact that, headsmen or whatever.
And we are surprised why food items are very expensive in the market. People can't go to their farms.
Exactly.
No more. You can't even do things because people are now, before you farm for a larger population, but right now you're even just farming for what you and your family can eat. So you have to do it maybe at your backyard, no longer going to the bushes to farm. You can't even go to hunt and all of that.
But the sad thing about this, the fact that the protesters were dispersed, is the fact that police or whoever, I think they shot out tear gas.
Tear gas.
You don't do that at peaceful protesters. It's when the crowd is becoming, uncontrollable, then you go ahead to do that. And even in a case as this, you should expect that the crowd is not going to be as calm as maybe you are talking about hunger.
Because they are all angry. Yes, 200, not one person. They're not chickens.
And the sad thing again about all of this is the fact that when these terrorists are eventually caught, because I want to believe that the government will not fold their hands. Now, citizens are complaining and saying, okay, the government might fold their hands and not show up. I just really hope that they do not give the citizens the benefit of doubt. They should go ahead and do something to help curb this insecurity. Now, I remember there was a time when they caught some Boko Haram terrorists, and they rehabilitated them. What's the word? And they dressed them up and said they were repentant and all of that. And I just really hope that it's not going to happen by the time they get these terrorists. I hope they will not say they are repentant and they need to go. No, they should also be served the capital punishment, or better still, they should be put in prison where they would not have to come out to perpetrate such evil anymore. And I really hope, just like I've stated, the government should stand up and do something. Forget about state of emergency and all of that. The government should please find a way to curb this insecurity. There are places that the terrorists come from. We heard of is it Gabon, if I'm not mistaken? Was it Gabon, or I can't remember the particular country where the president, the president, I think they used drone to attack the terrorists. I'm not sure it's Gabon, but I can't even remember the country.
Right now. Okay.
They used drone to attack the terrorists and all of that. They knew where the terrorists come out from. They didn't need to even send their security.
I think we have all of those things here in Nigeria.
Well,
to be very honest,
put it in use?
Because if you look at it, you hear that Nigeria has a very strong military strength. Like stronger than most African or all African countries. We have a very strong military strength. I must give it to Nigeria. But so why can't, like you say, why can't we put them to use? We have all of these equipment. We have the money to bring it.
Exactly.
To be very honest. Because whenever you see some things, you know that this country has money to do all of those things. So why are they not in use? Why are you not using drone? Anyways, as at this morning, there were news that the government is using drone everywhere to search for terrorist hideouts and all of that there in Benue State. Okay. So we are hoping that this drone and all this whole thing put together will bring good result. They will definitely yield good result, because if they don't, then it will look like another, is it charade on air, and makes people, really, really lose hope on the government, because people are really tired of getting same reports all the time. Don't worry, the government is working on it, and they keep dying. I don't know. I think even the governor Alia should look into this properly. You cannot be a sitting governor and things like this keeps happening and you're not really doing anything. But I hope he is doing something about it. But it is a painful one at that. It is a painful one for the people of Benue State. We are here to sympathize with you all, and our prayers with the people of Benue State, and we are hoping that they get the peace that they used to have or they deserve in Benue State. Peace and calm returns to Benue State. Moving on, the next topic for today, Funaya, we should have been following this story on social media, how she recounts experience with her father's family. A young lady by the name Funaya Mokwa has caused an uproar on the internet while recounting her experiences with her father's family. The lady was said to have rescued her father at a critical condition after losing connection with him for over 6 months. She recounted this in more than 10 episodes on TikTok, which got a lot of attention from Nigerians. Sharon, I must tell you that, this Igbo mentality of is my brother's property.
Yeah, entitlement.
Is my husband's property. In fact, they don't even let you as a lady speak. I think it needs to stop.
You know,
in the Igbo land, it's like they're waiting for you to die so that, you know, some in-laws or some relatives from wherever just comes and pick up your property, something you've been working so hard for, and they feel like your children, your wife do not have right to that property.
Exactly.
I have seen cases, not even just in movies. We used to watch that in movies growing up, where, you know, a man's wife, the man dies and the woman is forced to shave her hair. She's even forced to go to the shrine to swear an oath that she wasn't the one who killed the husband. And even after doing that, they strip her off of everything that she's supposed to own that belongs to her husband. And I think that's more reason why most people are even doing these court marriages, because they just feel like, okay, if you strip me off of these things, if you say traditionally, then I will follow you with the law. You know, you understand. So this is really, really bad in the East, and it needs to stop in Africa, because I'm sure that there are some African countries that are still suffering these things. So this lady just came up to speak out. This thing has been happening. We know them, but she came out to speak out, and everyone is interested in the story, Sharon. I'm sure you must have also seen that video, Sharon.
Of course I have. You know, talking about the fact that, you know, you say we see something, this kind of things in the movies and all of that. Let's talk about Wigwe. Wigwe died, when was, I think, a year ago or so. And the father of Wigwe is literally dragging properties with his 27-year-old daughter.
You can imagine.
We're talking
I'm
about
sure when Wigwe was alive, he did not hold back, like treating his family very well.
Of course, we're talking about a young girl that lost her father, her mother, and her brother. She's mourning. The amount of pain that young girl is feeling cannot be compared to the pain that the old man is feeling, because you lost. I'm not saying losing a son is not a big deal. It's
but
a big deal.
She lost like a full family.
Yes, and a sibling. That is much of a burden on her, and you still have the guts to want to still drag property. And same with this Ifunanya story. You know, when she was recounting her experiences with her family, her father's family, it was really sad. Like, so something like this could go on in Nigeria. Now imagine if this girl was not, you know, a citizen of America. She did not have the, you know, the insight that she had, and probably imagine if she was just a village girl that had nobody, no sense, no education, no knowledge, and all of that. We wouldn't be even hearing about this story. We'll just hear that, maybe after a while she'll just like recount the story, you know, in a very, maybe someone would come, and you know those street people that we usually interview people. We just hear the story like that, and it will just, you know, just go by.
A lot of people are definitely going through this right now. Some have really gone through this before, but I know this story of Ifunanya is going to make so many persons come out. It's just like in the case of rape. One person is finding that courage to come out to say, oh, I had a bad experience growing up, I was raped, or this happened to me. Then you start seeing people in the comment section, they start speaking out. It's a very shameful act. So most times people don't even want to talk about it, because I don't know, it's like they just color your mind. They give you a particular mindset, a way to live your life. So you are even, they push you to the back seat that you not be seen. And that's the way it happens in the Igbo community. In the East, most times these things happen. They just feel like, I don't know, it's more like the word is against a particular kind of people, because why would a man suffer all his life, you know, take care of his children, build a particular fortune for himself, and say to himself, I would like my children to take over. But then all of a sudden, an uncle that you don't even know his name just comes. I can tell you for free that I don't even know some of my uncles. Some people, if they tell me I'm your uncle, I don't know. My dad grew up and said he never had a brother. It's fine. But my mom has series of brothers. But sometimes I only hear their names, but I've never seen them. So you can imagine if my dad had this kind of wealth, and one uncle just comes from nowhere. God forbid my dad pass, and one uncle just comes from nowhere to say, I'm coming to take this way because I answered same name to your dad. Or no, do you know the excuse they come with? When your dad was growing up, I was the one that helped him pay his primary 4 school fees. So things like that, those flimsy excuses. And the next day, they want to take the house that is in the village. They want to take. Where were you when this man was struggling?
Exactly. You know, in this Ifunanya's case, where there was a voice note that was played by I think it was recorded by Ifunanya, and the uncle said something that she is wasting
her time.
Not even her time. Okay. That she is wasting his brother's money. And I'm like, the infantry.
The brother is my father. or
own
the
father,
brother,
she's wasting his money.
my sugar daddy, who?
To tell you how entitled these people were, there was they even had battles with the lady saying he's an attorney, he has the right of an attorney to the father, so she has no right. She shouldn't have taken him away from Nigeria without informing them. Why should a daughter inform you about her
To
every
take my
move
father
of
away,
her own
to
father?
take care of him.
Do they understand what it means to be father and daughter? Like the bond that the blood that
Sometimes
bonds
you
a father
think maybe
and
they
daughter
don't have
together
children.
isn't the same that bonds a brother and brother together.
Very true.
And it's just really sad, because to think that these people are adults and you feel that, oh, they would be reasonable enough to know what they're supposed to do right. But of course, you see that they are the ones even doing the worst things. And look at the young girl that I believe they watch her grow. See her now manning up to do what is right for her father.
I think that maybe they didn't want her to do all of that. You're not supposed to take this. You know, when they say witches are not the only ones that fly at night, we have them around you. Yes, you basically have them. There are some things, there are some character that someone is going to portray. There are some things some people will say, and you just tell this person, you just tell yourself, this person is a witch. You don't need to fly. You don't need to have a time to fly in the middle of the night to be called a witch. Because tell me why I can't take my father and take care of him, take good care of him at this point, and you had the guts to even come online to banter words with me.
Really?
No, the uncle should actually be ashamed of himself. If God forbid I can't even be the daughter to such, you know, a person or an uncle, because I'll call my father to order. I'm sure he has children. They should call him to order. These people, this is their right. Allow them do their thing. You should stay away. It's all because of wealth, though. At the end of the day, if that man, or if Nanya, like you said, was one village girl, you know, stricken with poverty, was trying to hustle, like she just managing one 9-to-5 job that barely pays out to 100K, they will not even care. Exactly. They will not send. They'll be, because of there's something, you know, the devil will never go for someone that does not have something. But because of there's something, they want to fight her. So at this point, I'm going to say, if you are in this situation, please do not keep quiet. A lot of us did not speak out because maybe there was no internet in our days, or in our time, there was no social media. But right now there's social media. If there's something wrong, please speak out. I tell you for a fact that there are people that are ready to back you up on that thing. There are people that are even ready to pick up a lawyer, you know, on your behalf, to make sure that things go right. Gone are the days where people just keep quiet and die in silence. We have things going on, female genital mutilation that is not supposed to happen. Different things happening, and you see people swearing oaths because they just want to prove their innocence, because I did not kill my husband. Things like that. There are different things going on. And sometimes in the before I come to the other thing I'm saying, sometimes even when you are trying to swear an oath, I'm talking about women now going through hard times, especially when they lose their husbands. Even when you are trying to swear an oath, someone can even bribe the priest. I think I've watched movies like that, so I know it's going to happen in real life. Someone can bribe the priest to work against you. And you go swear the oath with all innocence, and the priest has already done something. And I know someone will be saying, she's talking Nigerian movie, but seriously, these Nigerian movies that we used to watch and think they are all
out of reality.
You know, they are coming to reality, and we really will not take them for granted. So please, when there's something that is wrong, please speak out and make sure that you get justice for anything, you know, possible. If Naya, I am so proud of you. Please take good care of your father. He did that for you, or else you wouldn't have been where you are today. He did a good job. So take good care of your father, and do not even listen to naysayers. Your uncle should be where he is and do whatever it is he wants to do. That's his business. And again, back to the people of Benue State, we really, our condolence please to the people of Benue State and everyone who, you know, lost their life in this attack. We are saying that may their soul rest in peace, and may their relatives find peace in their hearts as they go about their business. Well, this is all we have for you today on the show Randoms. It was indeed a sad one today, and we pray for all victims involved. We can only hope for a better Nigeria. If you are unable to watch this episode, you can also watch again on YouTube using the handle Global TV NG. You can also download the Global TV Nigerian app on your iOS and Android devices to watch all programs, including up-to-date news. And also note that Randoms airs twice. We will sing it until you start watching it twice a week. It is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 p.m. All right, from Iron Sharon today, we're saying bye.